18th chapter, verses 33 to 36. John, 18th chapter, verses 33 to 36. If you have it, say amen. If you don't have it, say wait on me.
Amen.
John 18th chapter, verses 33 to 36. Here we go. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called Jesus, and said unto him, Art thou the King of the Jews? And Jesus answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me? Pilate answered, Am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? And Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word for the edification of our soul. You may be seated. Amen. Now, I'm looking at everyone, and everyone is looking good today. God has really blessed you. Congregation, fine looking people. This evening, people will be eating Easter dinner, and children will be eating Easter eggs and candy, and life goes on.
Amen.
We are celebrating the resurrection of Christ, those of us that are kingdom people, because it is through him we see our possibilities. And what is those possibilities? To transition from physical man to spiritual man. From mortal man into immortal man. To have the ability to live in the government of God, the government that he intended from us from the beginning. I used to watch a picture. Me and my sons, I know two of them used to watch it with me. I'm getting old now, I can't go too far back, but it was called Back to the Future. Y'all remember Back to the Future? And in that movie, what's his name? Fox, the guy. Michael J. Fox, yeah. He would go back and then come back. He would go to the future and then he would come back. I thought that was an interesting movie. Because then I realized that it wasn't God's intention for us to live in this physical manifestation that we live in today. When he created us, we was a whole different type of being. And because of Adam's failure to be obedient to God, now we have to die. And I think about that conversation that they had. He said, look here now, Adam, don't eat off that fruit, because if they eat off that fruit, you shall surely die. And then I think about what that really means. And I want you to think about it too. That means that in the Garden of Eden, death was there. Can y'all say that with me? Death was in the Garden of Eden. But it wasn't activated. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
It was there, but it wasn't activated. In other words, man had control of that. Even though it was placed in the garden, it was placed in man's DNA, it was not activated. And this is why God told him, don't eat of that tree, fruit or whatever it was.
Amen.
For all of you that like to search on the internet, they come up with some different of opinions. But he told them, don't eat, because the day you eat, you shall surely die.
Amen.
And now we know the story that Adam did eat. And he didn't die that day, or did he?
No, spiritually.
He died spiritually and became a physical being. And activated death. And when he activated death, death got power over man. So now we all have to die. It's in our DNA. There are two worlds that is parallel to each other. Did y'all know that? One is the physical world. And the other is the spiritual world. Which many of us spend more time trying to obtain things in the physical world than we do in the spiritual world.
Amen. Amen.
And so, I know we're going to talk about the resurrection in a minute, but we got to understand what the resurrection really was about.
Amen.
So now we're back here at Adam. Adam goes against God's word. Adam dies. Activate death, and now death is a part of our life. But now here's Jesus.
Praise God.
Jesus had to come
Hallelujah.
to put death in check.
Hallelujah.
Because if it wasn't for Jesus,
My Lord.
you could never transition into the spiritual world. You was
Wow.
with death.
Wow.
And so now let's go back to the verses. I choose these verses today because it is in these verses that we find the truth that Jesus came to bring.
Amen.
So as we observe, he is standing there in front of Pilate. Picture this in your mind. You know, do like you used to do when you was in school, and the teacher was trying to teach you math and English, and your mind was someplace else. Take your mind back to Jesus standing there in front of Pilate. And Pilate is questioning him about whether he is a king or not. And isn't that sad how man stands there thinking he can judge the Son of God? That's the way some of us are today. We think we can judge Christ. If he don't answer our prayer right now, we judge him to be a fake. We judge this church to be unreal. And now with the internet and all of these things, you can go on YouTube, you can find millions of people saying that Jesus was just a figment in the white folks' imagination. And if you believe that, you're just as big as fools to people that wrote it. Because before there was the internet, before there was a computer, before there was your mother and your father, that was Christ. That lie could not last 2,017 years. Think about it. So now the Son of God is being questioned by Pilate. And Pilate is asking him, is he the Son of God? Is he the King? And Jesus questions him and asks him. He says, are you asking questions of your own will or by the will of the priests of the Jews? They're having a deep conversation here. And so Pilate catches an attitude. You know how some of us we get an attitude. Pilate, he catches his attitude and he asks, am I a Jew? And reminds Jesus that it's his own people and his own priests that have brought him before him. And that's the way some of them folks out there is thinking about some of us in here. You say you are a Christian. You say you have salvation. Then why are you out here with me? I know I'm going to hell. So I don't want to hear about your religion. I don't want to hear about your God. I don't want to hear about nothing. So there we go, crucifying Jesus again. In our actions, in our character, So now this is what I find is so very interesting though. Jesus tells him, my kingdom is not of this world. He says, if my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight that I should be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not hence. And I believe that he was letting us know that if you're going to be so hooked up on this physical manifestation of this world, if you're going to be a materialistic person, if materialism is going to be your religion, you will never see the kingdom of God. And that's the way most of us are. We want to say we have good religion. But that's not what Christ came to bring down here on this earth. He did not come to bring a religion. He come to show us our possibilities. That's why he died and rose and ascended to the Father. And because he died, you can die and rise and ascend to the Father. But we don't want to give up. We'll fight guilty for this life, won't we? Huh? We'll fight guilty for this life, but we won't fight for Christ. And so that is what it's meant when Jesus is saying, this is not my kingdom, because if it was, my servant would fight for me. We're not fighting for the Lord. We have become partners with demons and devils. And have the audacity to say that we represent the Most High. Bible tells us you cannot serve two masters. You will love one and hate the other. Where are you when church time comes? What is your priorities? Well, I would come to Bible class, but Empire's on. And I didn't pay my cable bill, so I don't have my DVR. Well, I would come to Sunday school, but it's just too early in the morning. I can't get there by 10 o'clock. What time was the party Friday night? What time was the party Saturday night? What time is the party Thursday night? And what time did you get there?
Wow.
What I'm saying is that when we look at this world and we see maniacs running the nations, we're getting ready to go into a war. 31 people shot. Violence is everywhere. And yet and still, we will not let Christ be resurrected in our lives. See, because in reality, death is meaning the end of life. Meaning something that's not able to produce life. And what are we producing as the church? What are we producing as Christians? What are we producing as children? Death. And left old folks alone and chasing young folks all up and down the street. Because we won't let Christ be resurrected in our lives. Sickness is on every hand. New diseases in the world. And yet still we won't let Christ be resurrected in our lives. Because Jesus came and canceled out what Adam started. I heard in Sunday school this statement, in my Father's house there are many mansions. If it were not true, I wouldn't have told you. And immediately people go and say, oh, I got a mansion up in the sky. When the true meaning of that is that In the kingdom of God, God's presence is everywhere you'll be. Every place you dwell in, God's presence will fill that place. What do a spirit need with a mansion? So Christ comes back to restore. He comes back from the future and lets you know your possibilities. Now, can you see the kingdom of God through physical eyes? No, you can't. And that should not, as the word said, trip you out. It shouldn't trip you out, because there's things in this room that can kill you that you don't see. Microorganisms, all in the air, dust particles that can send you into an asthma attack, and you don't see it, but it's real. So as I get ready to let you go, I want you to start looking for Jesus, because He's real. He's real. Then the Spirit don't dwell in an unclean temple. You got to clean up yourselves. You got to clean up yourself. Do you think God is going to, or the Spirit of Christ is going to get in a building that's full of lies, full of adultery, full of fornication? Do you think that He will occupy that same household? Oh, no. That's detrimental to everything that He's about. So this Easter, do like the trees and the flowers. I notice now the trees, they die out in the wintertime. All the leaves fall off. And you look at that tree, and that tree standing there naked, unattractive. But at the beginning of spring, it comes back alive. You see buds on the branches, and then you see leaves starting to grow. We need to do that in our lives. And the reason we need to do that in our lives, because see, actually you reap what you sow. So now this is the time to plant good things. Good things in your relationships, good things in your community, good things in your school. Good things, you're supposed to place good things in your children. This is the time you plant good seeds. It's not about Easter eggs. It's not about candy. It's about being resurrected into life. And if you plant good seeds during harvest time, you'll have something to harvest. I know we got a few months before we get to talk about Christmas. At Christmas time, so many people be depressed and sad because they don't get any gifts, because they don't plant anything. You got to plant things. You got to be resurrected in Christ. Christ got to come in your life. He's got to change your way of thinking. You know, they said the definition of insanity is when you do something the same way over again and expect a different result. Every Sunday we come in church and Pastor pray for me, Pastor pray for me. Okay, and then I pray. But then you don't exercise faith by going out and make the necessary changes in your life. So you come back next Sunday wanting the same old prayer. God is not hard hearing. He heard it the first time. It just may be it's time for you to make some changes. It's time for you to make some changes. It's time for you to stand on the Word of God. It's time for you to let some people go. And become a servant of the Most High. So as he was standing there, there was only one man decided to fight for him. That was Peter. Peter took out the sword, chopped the man's ear off. That was a servant. He was a servant. He was the only one there that night. So now it's time for you to pull out your swords and start chopping down some of this evil that's in the world. How many say prayers tonight? What did you say? Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You get to this part, you say, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You get to that part? Well then, how can his kingdom come if you're not being receptive to bring it down here? You are a vessel. Let the Spirit of God be resurrected in your life and fill you up so where you will have an overflow. And your communities will change. Your households will change. Some of your family members will change. Now get it? Everybody ain't going to heaven. It's only those that believe in the Lord thy God, that accept Jesus as a personal Savior, repent, and turn their lives around. That's the hardest thing for us to do. We say, okay, I repent, and go right back out and do the same thing again. That's not intelligent. So let Christ be resurrected in your life. All right? May God bless you. And may heaven smile upon you. Those are the church.